Hello, third graders. Welcome to Exploration 2. We are in your science books on page 94. And today we are going to ask, what are everyday forces? Read along with me in your book, starting right here. Friction. On the slick, wet surface of a water slide, you glide along easily and smoothly. If you sat down like that on a dry, hilly sidewalk, you wouldn't move at all. Friction against the sidewalk would stop you from sliding. Friction is a force that opposes motion between objects that are touching. Rub your hands together quickly. They soon feel warm because of friction between them. Let's look at this picture of this lady on a zip line and read the caption. Friction on a zip line is low until you are near the end of the ride. Then the braking system makes high friction. That friction brings the rider to a comfortable, safe stop. So let's click over to Explore Online and watch a short video of someone on a zip line. All right. Wouldn't that be fun to ride on a big zip line like that? All right, let's click back over and continue reading in your book on page 94. Let's look at this next picture. This is a picture of a bobsled, which is kind of like a sled, and it comes down these long tubes that are icy. The caption here says, friction is low when a bobsled speeds swiftly down its icy track. Only the blades of its four narrow runners touch the ice. So if you've ever seen an ice skate, the bottom of a bobsled is a lot like an ice skate with blades. Turn to page 95. Read along with me right here on number 9. Here is a chart of items that are used for moving around. They are sorted by whether they have low or high friction against the surfaces on which they are used. Add 3 items of your own to the table. Also, list the surfaces on which they are used and the friction they produce. So here you have a 3-column chart. Here are the items: ice skates, hiking boots, and snow tires. Here is the surface, in this case, ice. And here is the column to list whether it would be high or low friction. So think about the surface that you would use hiking boots on. Think about a surface that you would use snow tires on. Then think of a few items on your own. Think about what surface they would use and if that surface would have high or low friction. Let's look at the first one together. Ice skates, sliding around on ice. What do you think? Would the friction be high or low? Well, remember about the bobsled. They said that the blades on the ice would have low friction because the sled would move quickly over the ice. So for the ice skates on ice, this friction would be low. Pause the video here and take time to finish the table on number 9. All right, when you're ready, let's go on to number 10. Write the correct answers from the word bank on the lines. The words are less easily, motion, and more easily. Friction is a force that opposes blank between objects that are touching. You slide blank when there is low friction than when there is high friction. So take your time to write the correct answer in each of those blanks. When you are ready, we'll move on to the hands-on apply what you know, and this is called sliding along. Number 11. Gently push a few objects made of different materials across the surface of your desk or table. You could choose items such as a wood pencil, a plastic ruler, a rubber eraser. Determine which material causes the most friction. Then discuss your observations with a partner. Compare the materials you both chose. When you are ready, we will turn to page 96. Read along with me. Birds of prey. Gravity is the force that pulls things down toward the center of the earth. The eagle below can weigh 29 kilograms or 63 pounds. The kestrel weighs less than 1 kilogram or 2 pounds. The eagle can carry large prey and still fly, but the kestrel would not be able to carry more than 1 kilogram because of gravity. So here is a picture of the birds that we were describing, the African crowned eagle and the kestrel. Let's look down at the bottom of page 96. Who will carry it? Number 12. What can each bird carry? The combined weight of the bird and the object must overcome gravity. Fill in the chart. So down here is where we see the chart, and up here is where we see the objects that we're thinking about the birds carrying. So take your time and fill in the chart at the top of page 97. All right, when you are ready, we'll read number 13. Look at your finished chart. Which flyer can carry the least number of different items? Why do you think other flyers can carry more? Write your answer on the lines under number 13. And number 14. Think of 5 things you can do that involve lifting something up against the force of gravity. Write your answer on the lines at the bottom of page 97 on number 14. All right, moving on to the next page. We are now at the top of page 98. Gravity and net force. An object's weight is the strength of gravity's pull on it. A large rock is heavier than a pillow. Gravity pulls down on the rock more forcefully. The rock is hard to lift because you must apply an upward force against gravity's downward force. A rocket is very heavy. It takes a huge, unbalanced force to exceed gravity and move a rocket away from Earth. So let's click over to explore this rocket online. First, let's read the caption. The force of the rocket's engine pushes up against gravity. The net force is an upward direction. So let me find our rocket. There is our bird. And here is our rocket. All right, so that force pushing that rocket upward is greater than the force of gravity. Let's look at number 15. Write the correct answer from the word bank on the lines below. The words are weight, push, and force. A rocket's blank is the strength of gravity's force pulling it down. The rocket's engines blank it upward strongly. So use these words to fill in the blanks on number 15. When you're ready, let's go to number 16. Write the correct answer from the word bank on the line below. The words are gravity, net, and weight. The blank force is upward and the rocket leaves Earth. Choose one word from the word bank on number 16 to complete this answer. All right, we are going to skip number 17 for today. And let's look at the last page that we're going to do for today, page 99. It says, engineer it, sticky stuff. When you place an object on a table, it stays in one place because of gravity. But how do astronauts keep things from floating away? To help materials stick together, scientists develop adhesives. Adhesives are like glues. They make objects that are in contact with each other stick together. Scientists at NASA developed an adhesive by watching geckos climb up walls. The new adhesive is strong enough to keep tools and other objects attached to the outside of the International Space Station. It can be used over and over again, too. So here we have two pictures. One is of this gecko's sticky feet pads on the bottom of its feet, and the other is the adhesive holding the solar panel in the International Space Station, and the adhesive was inspired by gecko feet. All right, so the last question I want you to answer today for science is right here, number 18, putting it together. What other tools have been inspired by the natural world? How are these tools used today? So think of some tools that you know about and how they might have been inspired by something in the natural world, just like this adhesive was inspired by the gecko's foot. All right, don't forget to insert pictures of your work in your slides, and I will see you soon.